Welcome, America, to Aspen, Colorado, on a very snowy and very loud night 2 of Winter X Games 13. The sounds that you are hearing in the night are the roar of the high-octane, adrenaline-inducing snowmobiles that are itching to be unleashed. Sal Masekela here at the start of Snowcross, and we have so much action for you tonight. The Lady Boarders are going to do their thing in the Superpipe, led by the hometown hottie, Gretchen Bleiler, who is focused on defending her title. But right now, you are looking at the man of the hour, Levi LaValle, as tonight we unveil Snowmobile Next Trick, where LaValle will attempt to make history with the first ever Snowmobile double backflip. A typical Friday night here at X Games, ladies' night with a 2-flip minimum. But right now, it's about Snowcross. And as I get out of the way, Paul Page, you can take it away.
Well, Sal, glad you're safe. On the road to flipping out later, Levi LaValle must first focus on Snowcross. He's in this first of 2 heats, but Ryan Simons is in this race too, and he's the fastest in this group. The top 5 from each heat move to the final.
And they're off the line. Let's see. It looks like one of the Arctic Cats is going to get the whole shots. Did Simon get it?
Boy, they're everywhere in the back.
Levi LaValle got a little pinch there. You saw on the outside. He was way on the right-hand side of the start line.
Well, take a look at that. That's Dan Ebert on 602. That's the green sled that's out in front with some of that orange on the helmet. And here comes the rest of the field through the first lap of 8.
Well, they're going to have to charge here because the top 5 will advance through to our Snowcross final. The rest will then have to go into the last chance qualifier where nobody wants to be, because that is where all of the ugly beating and banging occurs. Going through there, you just see on that yellow and red sled, that was Robbie Malinowski, the number 4. Here is Levi LaValle.
And he just went around Taylor and moved up 1 position, but he's still got to come to the front. Well, take a look at this. There's Levi. That's probably the reason he's in the back of the field. And if he keeps doing that, which he tends to be prone to do, it's going to be a very long night.
You saw a piece of the sled lying there, Paul, and that is going to be bad for Levi. He does not want to have to go into a last chance qualifier, but his mind is elsewhere tonight. It just has to be.
Well, right now he sits in last spot, 12 seconds behind the leader of the race, who is Ebert, followed by Turcotte, Malinowski, and then Crayfone.
You got to remember, Dan Ebert a couple of years ago in our Snowcross racing actually was doing really well and crashed big on one of these rollers. So Ebert wants to stay out in front, stay safe.
Ryan Simons is the transfer spot. He sits in 5th place right now on the green number 67. They take the top 5, as Tess mentioned. Now, that means that Garth Kaufman on the 48 sled is the man who is on the key right now. He wants to get into that 5th place. This isn't about winning. This is about 5th.
Well, that's an interesting scenario. Ryan Simons was the fastest in practice that is in this heat. And Garth Kaufman was no slouch either, so they're going to put the pressure on the guys in front. The biggest surprise in that group has to be Dan Ebert, who's still leading off the front.
We've got the yellows flying. Somebody totally off the sled. Rest of the field, they have to roll through. They can't jump once that yellow comes out.
We're trying to see if that was Turcotte that went off there.
Looks like Brett Turcotte. Remember, last year was the silver medalist here.
Oh, wow, that is a bad result for Turcotte in this race. He's been doing well in the Pro Open races in the National Series. He's actually ranked 4th right now. But once you're off, I think that's going to be it for the night. Only the top 5
We bring you back to the front as we look at the Edge fly cam. That's Ebert out in front. Robbie Malinowski is back just 0.3 of a second, so it's not a long distance. There he is, Malinowski, who during practice seemed to have a lot of problems. He didn't get a lot of laps in.
Well, we saw Malinowski while we were down there on the course. Paul had that bad get off. He couldn't get the sled started again, so he lost a lot of practice time. But look at the gap here. The green sled coming through. That is Ebert. The yellow sled, that is Robbie Malinowski in 2nd.
Here comes Kaufman. He's 3rd place on the green sled. And there is 4th and 5th. And then finally, look at Levi LaValle. He's come from last on 108 and moved up into 7th. Oh, yellow flags out again.
A little chaos there in the corner. It looked like a parking lot. Levi LaValle's also got some help because in front of him is his teammate Brett Bender. But LaValle is making an incredible charge. Look at him. He's passing everybody.
He gets in there. He's got Bender and Marin both right there. And Levi LaValle trying to get into the front half of this field. Incident on the first lap, fell all the way to the back, and now has battled his way back up through and is trying to get into the top 5.
This is the top level of snowcross racing in the world, and I would have counted Levi LaValle out with a get-up like that, but can you say never say die attitude from the number 108? He's doing it tonight, and he still has a big thing ahead in that double flip, Paul.
Just ahead of him is Matt Marin on the 27. He tries to get down on the inside. Marin was third quickest of all in practice. Levi wasn't anywhere near that. But here is Levi trying to put on the pressure and move up in the field, get into the top 5 so that he doesn't have to worry about that and goes directly into the final, and then he can focus on that backflip coming later.
LaValle and Marin have a good side of Kaufman, who is in front of them.
Whoa. Again, Levi LaValle, it seems that if he has luck, it's terrible luck.
You know, it seems like Levi is making some unforced mistakes right now, but we've seen that before from Levi LaValle in snowcross competition. He's going to fight again. There goes Ebert. There goes Malinowski on the yellow sled.
Ryan Simons sits in third. Fourth place, that's Bender, followed by Kaufman. And then the 27 of Marin. Surprisingly enough, even with that quick off and on, LaValle did not lose a position. He lost distance, but he stays in 7th.
The other interesting thing, the bright orange you see there, that is Brett Bender. He is Levi LaValle's young teammate. He's doing really well tonight. He's sitting in that 5th position. Marin is dropping down. Can LaValle, though, make that charge towards 5th?
Dan Ebert, the 602, he is the leader. Good run for him. He got a nice start, and once he was out in front, he kept it. We are in the 7th of 8 laps. So this first of 2 heats is just about concluded, and time very much running out for Levi LaValle. If he does not make it into the top 5, then he must come back tomorrow before the final. And we got a sled flipping through there, and that's a 67, and that's Simons, and that's going to move everybody up.
Well, there goes LaValle through the picture. Simons is trying to get that sled upright. He did so well in practice and seemed to be favored here, but it looks like Simons is going to go through to the last chance qualifier.
Yeah, but that is definitely going to look its way into LaValle's favor. He is in 6th now with him, that dump of the sled. And 1st, 2nd, 3rd, there's 4th place Bender. And then 27 is Marin. And that's 5th place. Now the real key is how far back behind that sled coming off the corner is LaValle.
There is Levi going around the corner. You can see how close he is to Matt Marin. He's got him in his sights. He needs to take down Marin to move into that spot. Levi still on the charge.
On the final lap now, can LaValle make it in? That's what's so critical here. You see that Simons is up and running again, but he's well in the back.
So Dan Ebert hangs on to the lead. He has ridden an incredible race. There you see 2nd place, the yellow sled. 3rd place, Kaufman.
There's Bender, he is 4th. And Marin. Marin will finish in 5th. LaValle almost 2 seconds back from Marin at the finish. So Levi LaValle now has the problem of figuring out how to do the double backflip coming up here in just a few minutes, and then he's going to have to go on into the last chance qualifier tomorrow.
He's not going to make it. There goes Marin over the finish line, followed by LaValle. 1 place out of the transfer.
And 2 mistakes in 1 heat, a short heat. Only 8 laps was too much to ask for. Levi LaValle now has made it even more difficult for himself. But he has to reset his brain and think only about double backflip.
Here is Levi crashing in that top corner. He gets off the sled, luckily does not get run over by Taylor on the Yamaha. He gets it back up and then still charges up.
And here is Brett Turcotte when he got in trouble. Keep an eye on the sled on the right.
Turcotte lucky there not to get taken out.
And then a little bit later, Levi had this quick runoff on the left side of the course. You almost wonder what was going on there at all. And look at that, right there is the interval. And there's the winner, number 602, Dan Ebert. First time to qualify for a Winter X final for Dan. Well, the next heat is already pulled up, the second heat, second of the two. And in that heat, of course, you're going to see Tucker Hibbert. A lot of history there. But how about Levi Lavelli? We wait, we think, can he do it? Can the double backflip be done? Of course, it's been done on a motorcycle, but we're talking 450 pounds of snowmobile. He's done it in the foam. He tried it on the snow, and it wasn't successful.
Lord Jamal, Peter Gabriel. Let's get it.
Everybody grab your board, scrap on your gear. Home without tears. Yo, women borders get marching orders. You got DVR and start your recorders. A hometown girl tries to stay on the throne. Gretchen Lila, here she's Aspen's on. What's over that next horizon? We got sleds that be flying and rise like the dawn. That's what we got our eyes on. Levi Lavelli wants to double back. There's so much for a southern attack. If the tricks with thrill, they probably will. Without frontiers, all without tears.
Winter X Games 13, live from Aspen, Colorado. It's brought to you by United States Navy, proud sponsor of Winter X Games 13, and Jeep. Every day is an adventure.
Well, we take a look up at the top of the hill from the Super Pipe where the ladies will be performing shortly, across to the other side and the Snowcross course. And there's a face and number missing this evening. Blair Morgan, the great 7C. He suffered a spinal cord injury on his motocross bike in mid-September in Montreal. And as a result, not competing here, but boy, look at the stats. Look at the great performances. 5 gold medals in Winter X, a 3-peat between 01 and 03, and the most finals ever. Now, Tucker Hibbert, his arch rival throughout all of that, certainly is thinking about that this evening and understands that he can 3-peat gold here in a very short time and also tie with Blair Morgan on 9 finals, the most in X. Now, there's a lot going on at this massive venue here, and tonight we're down here. It's the Snowcross course.
And this Snowcross course featuring a big step up this year, something a little different for the riders. Had some trouble initially in practice, but everybody seems pretty comfortable on it now. Now it's just the weather that's a big challenge.
Closest to you there on 25, that's DJ Ekstrom, a 3-time medalist. 11th appearance, which happens, by the way, to tie Blair Morgan in appearances. Tucker Hibbert is right in the middle of this, and keep an eye on number 44, TJ Gula, who has twice gone bronze at Winter X and Snowcross. Final check, they make sure that that field is ready, and then remembering once again that the top 5 transfer directly into the final. Everybody else goes to the last chance qualifier, and here we go.
Look at how fast
Hibbert.
Tucker Hibbert came off the line. That was unbelievable.
And not all that like him, but Tucker Hibbert, that's that black sled, the monster sled that ripped out in front and was just absolutely gone right off the top. TJ Gula dropped in behind him, and then DJ Ekstrom.
Well, that is great news, because if anybody can chase down Tucker, it's going to be TJ and DJ. But they're going to have a tough fight, because that 68 Monster sled, the black sled you see in front, is very fast. It was the fastest sled in practice.
Well, he had a full second on the field.
But look at TJ. TJ is not giving up. You see the red sled.
And once again, it's 5th spot that matters the most. Right now, 244 LePage right there. Sled that looks an awful lot like Levi Lavelli's, the red and white. He is one of the semi-pros in the field, and he sits in 5th place right now. Well, but he is under attack.
He is definitely under attack. You saw the yellow sled right in front of him there of Dave Allard. And it looks like LePage is in trouble right now. Pichet is working on him. He's trying to take him down. You see the black outfit on the green sled. That is Matt Pichet. He's gunning for that orange outfit.
Don't forget that on Saturday, ESPN dishes out a college basketball doubleheader. First, at noon, Maryland tips off against the second-ranked Duke Blue Devils. And then at 7, it's Saturday night prime time presented by DirecTV as number 3 UConn faces the 19th ranked Notre Dame. Men's college basketball. Take a look at there. The battle for the transfer keeps on.
Well, that was amazing. Pichet came past LePage, and LePage just stopped in the middle of the track. I don't know if it's an engine blowing. That was really, really weird.
Well, whatever it does, it puts Pichet in 5th place, whatever the reason it is, with Hibbert still in front, followed by Gula, then Ekstrom, Allard, Pichet. And they're looking that one over. They don't have any idea either. They don't have any more idea than you do.
And there we see the black Monster Arctic Cat sled, the number 68 of Tucker Hibbert. Right behind him, TJ Gula.
There comes DJ Ekstrom on 25, that black sled in 3rd. And then Allard on 167 comes through, the yellow sled. And there is the battle for the transfer, but it's not really much of one. Number 51, that is Pichet, and for the moment at least, he runs unchallenged.
Well, right now,
we're halfway through.
On the 3rd of 8 laps, and I'd say that everybody looks pretty stretched out in that top 5. No one looks to be really challenging Tucker. The hope is that TJ can just pull it a little bit and try to catch up to that black sled in front.
And if this gives you some idea, right now, the leader Hibbert is 12 seconds ahead of the 5th place Pichet, and he has done that in the course of just 4 laps.
You're looking now at 3:24. That was Paul Barrel. He was chasing down. He's in 6th place. But this is the lead. That's Tucker Hibbert. The red sled behind him, TJ Gula. You can see DJ Ekstrom coming around the corner in 3rd. And then Dave Allard aboard the yellow sled, the 167 in 4th. Matt Pichet in 5th place. That's the transfer spot, and that's the important one.
That's the interval right there that matters. Back to the front, Tucker Hibbert. Monster performance on the monster sled.
Tucker is just so smooth, so consistent on all of these courses. He has won all of the national snowcross races so far this season. He's at the top of the pro points and certainly looking good again here tonight.
And since we mentioned Blair Morgan as we watched Tucker Hibbert, they were friends. They were close friends. They enjoyed the rivalry. I wonder what's going through his head tonight.
Well, you know, I know Tucker has actually been talking to Blair and discussing racing with him. And oh, we have
one
someone
racer
down.
Not sure who that is. 5 laps complete. Medics are right there. They're all over the course. Some of the best medical coverage you're going to find happens right here.
The X Games medical staff are absolutely phenomenal, and fortunately are not having to work too hard here this week. But Tucker Hibbert is starting to run away. We were saying he has talked to Blair Morgan. Blair actually has ridden a snowmobile since his injury. He managed to get on a sled and ride, and that is fantastic.
The Navy 5 fly cam watching Tucker Hibbert running in front. He's led all 5 laps so far. And this is the incident that put that one rider off and down. Oh, right onto the handlebars. Oh, that hurts.
It looks like the 99, Zach Patton, that went down there. Well,
yep.
Yeah.
Good call.
Patton is off.
So they continue to tend to him. And fortunately, they're off the edge of the course, but the position is still a little dangerous. It'd be nice if they can get him out of there, and I'm pretty sure that's what the race official is saying as they come over. That, you know, you're still, if he got a sled there, then somebody else can too. Back to the front, Tucker Hibbert, while we think about 5th place. And right now, Pichet and Bowerly are beginning to battle for just that spot.
Well, Tucker certainly looks comfortable, but for a moment there, it looked like Bowerly was catching up to Pichet. They had a very small margin between them. It's now increased, so Matt Pichet is trying to secure that 5th position so he can walk through to the finals, not have to race the last chance qualifier, because that is a terrible place to be.
There's the guy That's 5th place right now. That's Pichet on the 51. With 1 lap to go, you see his competition right back behind him. Jamie Little, as usual, is covering down trackside for us. Jamie, what are you watching?
Tucker Hibbert continuing his domination. You know, I talked to him earlier today, and he just said, I am in the best shape of my life. And, you know, you guys were talking about Blair Morgan, and actually Tucker said he's been texting with Blair all week. He is in great spirits, and he said he had to go because he had to get it back out on his snowmobile. So Tucker, of course, looking to tie Blair Morgan as the only Snowcross athlete to three-peat.
Also trying to match him on number of finals, which would be 9. Tucker Hibbert on the final lap now. TJ Gula right behind him, followed by Ekstrom. Key position, 5th place, that's Pichet.
And Paul Bowerly keeps trying to work Pichet to try and take that 5th place away. I don't think it's going to happen as we're in the final lap. Tucker Hibbert, though, no doubt who is going to be the favorite as we go into the finals.
And Bowerly gets up there, and then all of a sudden something goes wrong for him. He drops back again. And matter of fact, right now he's almost 3 seconds back from 5th place Pichet. But let's watch Tucker Hibbert. Boy, he is masterful. Yeah. Little wave to the crowd. You can hear the cheers. And Tucker looks around, wants to see who is back behind him. Well, it's going to be Gula on 44, followed by that man, the 25 of Ekstrom.
Ekstrom making a good last-minute charge there to try and catch DJ.
And so now Ekstrom is complete in 2nd place, and actually there's Tucker. Wow, he's going to be the man to beat. There's no question about that. So he does it. He ties Blair Morgan as he goes to his 9th Snowcross final. Guess what? Coming up, it's going to be next trick. And will it be the double backflip? Sal, a lot of us don't know.
Well, I can tell you what, Paul Page, we are hyped as can be to see Levi pull that double backflip. But right now, we got some ladies that are pumped up to take down the super pipe in an exciting final, and we're going to get straight to the action. Snow, definitely a factor tonight, but right now it has let up, and our